It's me again. Today we are going to do a Make It Monday for moms or dads. This has been something that I've wanted to do for a while. We actually use these in our own home. These are beeswax food covers that I send in the kids' lunches or wrap our food with instead of using plastic or foil or things that are not reusable. Just to kind of show you what they are. They are fabric, just cotton fabric that I actually have just had laying around the house. And you melt beeswax on it with, I'm gonna be using an iron today, but I believe you can do it another way using your oven. So what you would need is some wax paper, some beeswax, which you can just get on Amazon. We actually have real beeswax because we have some hives in our backyard, but we have not rendered all of our wax from the honeycomb yet. They are kind of just in our freezer waiting for, well, I guess days like this that we have the time. So hopefully we'll get to that one of these days. But today I'm gonna use these little pellets. They're actually very easy to use. So what you wanna do first is put some wax paper down on a towel or something to protect your whatever surface you're working on. You then get your iron ready. We're gonna put it on a wool setting. Get it nice and heated up, and you're gonna cut some cotton fabric. You can even use like old dress shirts if you're getting rid of them, something that doesn't have any stretch or anything to it, just 100% cotton is what I'm using today. Cut it out in a shape. This particular shape I am planning on using as a cover for my Pyrex pan. And you put it down on the wax paper. Then you take your beeswax. You're gonna sprinkle, I don't know, a handful out, depending on how large of a piece that you're making. I'm gonna spread that out, and then we cover it with more wax paper on top so that you don't ruin your iron. Make sure the wax paper overlaps quite a bit. When I was first trying this, I didn't do it large enough, and I got wax on my iron, which kind of stunk up the house, and now we have some smoke issues coming out of my iron. So I put it down, now that it's heated up, put it down on the wax paper, and you just gently melt the wax over the fabric. It doesn't take very long, and you want to make sure that the wax stays on the fabric. If you move it around too much, it'll tend to kind of pull off of the fabric onto just the wax paper instead. But what will happen here is the wax will soak into the fabric. It'll actually soak into both sides and make the fabric pliable so that you can fold it around food or containers to give them a protective cover. Beeswax actually has antibacterial, what word am I thinking here? Properties to it, and it works really well. We've been using these for about a year. We actually got some at a bee festival that we went to last year, and the same ones that I've been using are holding up. I've been told that they last about a year to 2 years depending on how often you're using them. I'd like to start using ours a little bit more than we have been. So it looks like everything's melted here. I'm gonna push some of this back onto the fabric. I'm going to pull back my wax paper. I can hear I got some of this wax on my iron from yesterday. It's making some pretty bad noises here. Pull that away, and now I pull the fabric away from the bottom wax paper. It's gonna be pretty drippy and wet. You can either go and put it on like a hanger, or I just kind of wave it around for a couple seconds. It's already starting to dry. It's not really too hot. Once this is not liquidy, I will set it aside, and it is almost ready to use. Now, one suggestion, sometimes with some thicker fabrics, it does go through, but you might find that the more wax you have on it, the better it will fold. There's been a couple times where I've had to flip it over, add a little bit more wax on the bottom, do it again, and then it was perfect. So when this is all done, it will be easy to fold around any kind of products, just like I showed you in the beginning. This is our honeydew melon. We just folded this one right over, and then we put it in the refrigerator, and it was good. So I hope that some of you have these materials and can get a little creative with us today and try it. We'll see you soon.